Good afternoon, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for freshman basketball competition. Please welcome our guests. From Apopka High School, they are the Blue Darters. Starting for them, number 1, Jadon Shepard. Number 5, Larson Taylor. Number 10, Jai Bowden. Number 21, Jude Andreville. And number 24, Lucas Valdez. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs, starting Juju Johnson, Solomon Georges, Davion Bailey, number 12, Philip Thomas, and number 24, Andrew Riley. Tonight's game is being live streamed on YouTube as well as the NFHS network. If you have friends and family who are not able to join us in person and you would like to send them the link, just tell them to pull up the YouTube app on their favorite computer, smart TV, or mobile device and search for the channel Wekiva Sports. We also simulcast on the NFHS network. And a special welcome to those of you who are already doing just that. Welcome to Mustang Arena. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School. I'll be taking you through this freshman contest, and we're going to get a block by Riley. Apopka gets the offensive board, though, and they'll go to work again. Floater released by Bowden, not going to fall. He comes in and gets his own rebound, though. Good Windex work by the Darters to open up 3 possessions in a row. After getting the jump ball to the paint and blocked on the way up, but a putback, first putback doesn't go, second putback doesn't go either for Andreville, and finally a defensive rebound for Andrew Riley will give the Mustangs a chance, but it is short-lived. Jadon Shepard gets the steal, immediately swatted out of bounds by Andrew Riley. But the steal stands, and the Darters go to work once again. 3 minutes into this freshman contest, and the Darters have held possession of the ball for all but about 10 seconds of it. Some good work there by Solomon Georges. Keep in mind that this is a little bit of an unusual setup for today. We have freshmen as we get a blocked shot by Juju Johnson. We have freshman basketball against Apopka, followed by varsity basketball against Lake Region. That's a confluence of circumstances, an extra game for the Mustangs and Darters since it's a short trip for them, and they did not get the triple header for both of their other meetings that they're having this year. And then Lake Region didn't want to bring the varsity team because their buses can't get here on time from Polk County. We wouldn't be able to start the games until late, and that would derail the whole process. So Lake Region is only bringing their varsity team, and that left us with a hole in the schedule where we could slot in an extra freshman game to make up that triple header we didn't get elsewhere. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Apopka. The Blue Darters request a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the freshman contest in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi here with you for freshman basketball action. Again, this is an unusual format for today. We have freshmen against Apopka here at 5:30, and then that'll be followed by our headline event, varsity taking on Lake Region later on today. And number 5, Larson Taylor puts the Darters on the board. So finally, nearly 2 minutes into the first quarter, and we've got some points on the board. Of course, freshmen play by middle school timing rules as we get Bailey to Thomas to put the Mustangs on the board. So freshmen play with middle school timing rules. That means 6-minute quarters rather than 8-minute quarters, and we're going to draw contact as Jai Bowden is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot two. The Mustang foul is called against number 12, Philip Thomas. That's his first personal foul and the team's first. And he sinks the first. So another consequence of the fact that we are playing only freshmen against Apopka and not JV, that means that some of our JV players who coincidentally are freshmen have been added to the freshman roster for today since they're only playing one game, as Jai Bowden steals a layup for Apopka. That means that Juju Johnson, who normally wears number 3 on the JV team, is playing freshman today wearing number 0, since, again, there is no JV contest. He can do that without participating in multiple games. That is the only change to the freshman roster from Wekiva's usual lineup. Foul is called against Lucas Valdez on the block, his first, and the team's first. Mustangs ball at the opposing baseline, but first, Wekiva requests a 30-second timeout. Back with the remaining 3.5 minutes of the first quarter here in the freshman contest from Mustang Arena right after the break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Each team now has taken one of their 30-second timeouts to talk things over. Mustangs will have the ball at the opposing baseline coming off of the ground foul that was called just before the timeout. And that is poked away by Jaden Shepard of the Blue Darters. Stays with the Mustangs, though. Andrew Riley will take it out for Wekiva. Georges all the way in the backcourt, narrowly avoids the man coverage. And Juju Johnson drives the paint for two. A little slip up from Shepard, but much to his credit, he manages to maintain his dribble. Keeps possession for Apopka. And a bad pass, bounce pass looking for Larson Taylor. Couldn't find him though, and it goes out of bounds. Mustangs ball. Georgia's had everything but a basket there with a good look. Nice pick though by Riley. Bailey can't convert it for him, though, and the rebound goes to Jai Bowden. Trying to make something clever happen in transition, and Valdez may have outthought the room. Out of bounds, Mustangs ball. Checking into the game for Apopka, number 30, Lenny Gote-Ortiz. Rough pass, but Riley manages to reel it in anyway. It's short-lived, though, as he puts his foot on the line. Out of bounds, Darters ball. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first period. So far, a fairly fast-paced game. Sticking mostly to half-court sets, but it's been a clean game. Only one foul on each side. And coming up next, we'll have the varsity game, but it won't be against Apopka. It'll be against Lake Region as we get a Darter layup from Jaden Shepard. That makes it a 3-point ball game. Georges had a good look, but Davion Bailey tried to catch it one-handed, and that's an unforced error. Out of bounds, Darters ball. Chris Horn comes in for Wekiva. Marcus Campbell for the Darters, and 3-point basket scored by Jaden Shepard. 5 points out of the Darters' 10 in the books for him tonight. 95 seconds remaining, and we'll go to the other side, and there's a 3 for Chris Horn from Solomon Georges. Georges can't drop the layup. Go back the other way. To the paint. There it is. Marcus Campbell adds 2 for the Darters. Juju Johnson is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line for the Mustangs. The foul is called against number 10, Jai Bowden. That's his first personal foul, the team's second. Johnson was behind the arc. He'll be at the line shooting 3. And the first finds the mark. 2 more coming up for Johnson as he has a chance to close the game to 1 possession. Third free throw away, and it's 3 for 3. Johnson doing all he can, putting 3 of his 4 points total on the board just then. Takes it back to a 1-possession ball game. Mustangs trail by 2 with 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Out for the tray, and it's blocked by Johnson. Rebound to Griffin, but Griffin tried to do something too clever in transition there. Darters steal it. And Shepard just takes it right out of the arms of Chris Horn on the rebound, so the Darters will potentially get the last word of the first quarter here. And that appears to be what they are doing as they milk the clock. Contact and traveling. Mustangs ball. So there was definitely contact there, but according to the official, he traveled before the contact occurred. Georges nearly gets bumped out of bounds by Campbell. Gets it across to to Johnson. Lets the 3 go, and it's short. That takes us to the end of the first quarter, and it's a 2-point ball game. The Darters lead 12-10 at the end of the opening 8 minutes. We'll be back from Mustang Arena right after the break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. The Mustangs have the opening possession of the second period. Apopka picked up the jump ball at the beginning of the game. There have been no held balls since then, so Wekiva starts off the second. But it is a short-lived possession as it's quickly stolen by Jai Bowden. To the paint, contact, and the foul. Jai Bowden is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Darters. Mustang foul is called against number 11, Chris Horn. That's his first personal foul and the team's second. First one finds the mark and extends the lead to 3. Second one, thought a little harder about it, but ultimately went in anyway. Darters extended to a 2-possession game. Full court pressure coming on. And Chance Griffin tries to earn himself an Oscar there, falling after the shot, but the officials don't buy it. Apopka tries to score in transition, nothing there. Bailey gets the rebound, and a little too much mustard on the pass to Georges. That throws the ball away, out of bounds, Darters ball. Three-point basket for Jaden Shepard. Foul was called against number 4, Marcus Campbell. His first personal foul, the team's third, and that will send Solomon Georges to the line, shooting 2 for the Mustangs. Rebound pulled down by Larson Taylor after the second shot does not fall. 6-point ball game. Darters lead just about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Again, freshman games use middle school timing rules, so that's a 6-minute quarter. Otherwise, though, all the rules are just the same as they are in JV and varsity high school ball. And Juju Johnson lets the dribble get away from it. Goes out of bounds. Darters ball. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 24, Andrew Riley. And stumbling at half court, Johnson is able to get there, and Juju Johnson has the stolen layup for Wekiva. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Nice work on defense by Chance Griffin, just not able to reel it in before careening out of bounds. Darters will keep possession, but that gives the Mustangs time to set up the half court. To the baseline, not there for Shepard, and the rebound rolls to Campbell, and he puts it right back. Marcus Campbell on the second chance basket for the Darters, and we will pause for a timeout. 30-second timeout requested by Wekiva. Back with more for the freshman game here at Mustang Arena after a short break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Parchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for 24 minutes of freshman action before we get to our varsity headliner later on against the Lake Region Thunder, coming all the way up from Polk County. That is a long trip, which is why we're not doing a doubleheader against Lake Region. They're only bringing their varsity team today. But Apopka was kind enough to give us a second game as we get a Three-point basket from Chance Griffin. That keeps the Darter advantage at arm's length, bringing it down to 3 to the baseline. A little contact there. Clean block, though, from the Mustangs, but second chance basket made by Jude Angerville. Mustangs go to the floor. Bailey holding his head. I think he got his noggin bumped against the hardwood there. Mustangs will tend to him while we take care of the foul. Foul called against Darters number 24, Lucas Valdez. His second personal, the team's fourth. Three doesn't fall for Chance Griffin. Second chance rolls out. And that was a miscommunication between Riley and Johnson. They were going to get contact at the other end. Mustang foul is called against number 1, Salomon Georges. That's his first personal foul. The team's third. It sends Marcus Campbell to the line, shooting 2 for the Darters. First is short. Five-point advantage for the Darters. An opportunity here to make it 6. And he does. Ball into Andrew Riley. Full court pressure coming on by the Darters. Georges outruns Campbell, gets it into the paint, but a bad pass to Thomas. And we go to the ground. Philip Thomas is fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Mustangs. Foul is called against Blue Darters. Number 1, Jaden Shepard. That's his first personal foul, the team's 5th. So good work on the ground. A scrappy play there by Philip Thomas results in the contact and sends him to the charity stripe. First one goes in. Cuts the Darter lead back to 5. A chance to make it 4 here. And he does. 4 points in the books now for Thomas out of the Mustangs 18. Leading scorer on the court right now is Juju Johnson with 7. Trey won't fall for Campbell. And the rebound goes to Georges. Bad pass picked off. Foul called against number 0, Juju Johnson, his first personal foul. The team's 4th. Darters ball at the opposing baseline. Layup won't go for Taylor. Put back, not going to fall either, but Jude Angerville is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Darters. Foul called against Mustangs, number 24, Andrew Riley, his first and the team's 5th. So the Mustangs, who had been playing a pretty clean game for the first half, now have racked up couple of fouls in a row. 5 on each side now. Angerville rolls in the first one on the bounce. Back to a 5-point ball game. A chance to make it 6, and he does. Salomon Georges will take the ball up to the front court. Still full court man coverage by the Darters. We'll go to the corner, and we almost saw a repeat of what we saw a couple of plays ago. The Mustangs avoid the first bad pass out of bounds, but do not avoid the second one. Out of bounds, Darters ball. And we'll pause for a substitution. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 11, Chris Horn. Jai Bowden takes the ball to the front court. The Mustangs are not putting on the same full court pressure that the Darters have been. They'll save it for the half court set. To the paint, good pass. Contact made. Foul called against number 12, Philip Thomas on the hit. That is his second personal foul, the team's sixth. This one sends Larson Taylor to the line, shooting 2 for Apopka. First free throw is off the heel. Taylor with an opportunity to extend the Darter lead. Second free throw is also off the heel. And good Windex work for the Mustangs by Andrew Riley. To the corner. Stepping in. And Horn can't get the J to fall. Juju Johnson with a second chance. Bounce pass under to Thomas. Nothing there for him either. Larson Taylor on the rebound. Mustangs get a couple of good looks, but can't convert. Trying to go coast to coast, and Shepard gets the ball stripped from him by Riley on the way up. Georges gets the rebound, tries to go coast to coast. That's not there. Putback doesn't fall for Thomas either. And a fight for the rebound all the way to half court before he finally rolls to Bowden. Rough pass, nearly broken up by Georges. Gets pumped out to Bowden, who can't get the tray to fall, and the rebound goes to Juju Johnson. Under a minute to play now here in the first half. Johnson, a typical JV roster member, bumps down to freshman today since JV is not playing. To the paint. Floater falls for Jude Angeville. That extends the Darter lead to 8. 25 seconds to go. Little bunny pass in the paint, and that's there for Chris Horn to Philip Thomas. Darters will slow down a little bit, wanting the last word. To the paint, and there is Jude Angeville down the key through traffic for 2. And the wild shot at the buzzer does not fall, so that takes us to halftime. 28-20 is the score. The Darters going into the break with an 8-point advantage here in the freshman contest on Monday night basketball action from Mustang Arena. We'll be back with the second half after the break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. The Blue Darters have the opening possession of the third period. So Apopka starts out with an 8-point advantage here in the freshman contest. Welcome back to Wekiva High School. This is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, joining you for this preamble to the varsity headliner. Again, if you missed the first half of the broadcast, a little bit of an unusual scenario tonight. We have two different opponents. Lake Region is going to be here for the varsity game, but they're coming all the way from Eagle Lake down in Polk County as we get a basket for the Darters by Larson Taylor to open up second half scoring. So they're coming all the way from Polk County, and if they tried to bring a JV team, there is a 0% chance they would have been here on time. So they're only bringing their varsity team tonight, and as a result, we had a little opening in the schedule. Apopka didn't get a chance to play the triple header both times they meet this season. So Larson Taylor once again, and now we'll pause for a Mustang timeout. So that's how we got to where we are. It's going to be a full timeout taken by Wekiva. We'll be back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Wekiva burning the timeout there after opening up the third period 4-0. Back-to-back baskets by Larson Taylor. And now some trouble in the front court. Darters will get yet another possession. Andrew Riley is called on the block. It's his second personal foul, the first for the team this half. Darters will restart from half court. Andrewville hands off to Valdez, driving the paint and gets the ball swatted away from him by Georges, but a little too much contact. Foul is called against Philip Thomas. His third personal foul, the team's second this half, and that will send Lucas Valdez to the line, shooting two. So a little surprise there. I thought Georges was going to get called for that. They're going to say he had all ball, but Thomas didn't. So still part of the shooting motion, and so he'll go to the line. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 10, Chance Griffin. Off the heel, and it goes to Georges on the rebound. Full court pressure, in fact, double team even in the backcourt. Mustangs have a transition opportunity, but can't get anybody down there. In fact, they're going to lose the ball to a steal by Lucas Valdez, so the Mustangs squandering a little bit of an opportunity, and the pressure put on by Apopka in the backcourt proves effective. Jaden Shepard steps forward for a 2-point Darter jump shot. 10 points for him in the book so far. He has nearly a third of Apopka scoring. Stolen at the baseline, and easy work there for Lucas Valdez on the stolen layup. And we'll get a foul coming back the other way. Darters foul called against number 10, Jai Bowden. That's his second personal foul, the team's first of the second half. Returning to the game for the Mustangs, number 11, Chris Horn. So the Mustangs thoroughly discombobulated coming out of halftime, and the timeout didn't seem to stop the bleeding. But fortunes change as Solomon Georges and one. Foul called against number 10, Jai Bowden. That's his third personal foul, the team's second. So that certainly was the shot in the arm the Mustangs needed. Their first points of the second half, nearly 2 minutes in. Georges has a chance to make it 3. And he does. Checking into the game for the Blue Darters, number 4, Marcus Campbell. Shepard trying to take it all the way himself, ends up rolling it to the floor, and Lucas Valdez picks up the Darter layup. I'm not sure if it still counts as an assist if you roll the ball by accident. Nevertheless, there you have it. Shepard to Valdez. To the corner. Trey is too hot coming in from Griffin. And the rebound goes to Campbell. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 2, Davion Bailey. Little delayed action. Jude Angeville gets the basket and the chance to make it a three-point play. Foul is called against Mustangs. Number 24, Andrew Riley. That's his 3rd personal foul and the team's 3rd this half. So now we've had three-point plays on both sides of the court here in the last minute or so of game time. And the three-point play is converted. 11 points in the books now for Angeville. He now has the leading score for his team, 2 players in double figures, him along with Shepard. And we get a block and rebound for Larson Taylor on the shot by Bailey, going the other way for the Darters. Shepard waiting for something he likes. He goes to the corner. Angeville takes it to the paint, and it's punched away by Andrew Riley off of the shot from Lucas Valdez. Stays with the Darters, though. 3:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. To the paint. Taylor tries to punch the key, and he does. That's Larson Taylor for 2. Full court pressure coming on by the Darters, and effective as Georges gets the ball swatted away by Valdez. It stays with the Mustangs, though. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 12, Philip Thomas. And we're going to get a tripping foul. Tripping is called against Jaden Shepard. His 2nd personal foul, the team's 3rd. Just a little more than halfway through the 3rd quarter here at Mustang Arena. Ball into Andrew Riley. Full court pressure still coming on strong. And this time it works as Jude Angeville manages to convince Andrew Riley to throw the ball out of bounds. Darters ball. So the Darters definitely turning up the heat on defense in the 2nd half, and it has been impressive. I am not tracking turnovers and steals, but certainly just anecdotally from watching the results, we've seen them roll in. This one goes the Mustangs' way. Georges got everything but the layup, couldn't convert the steal, and Valdez gets the rebound. Darter layup by Larson Taylor. Stolen in the backcourt, and Jaden Shepard steals another Darter layup, and we're going to pause for a Mustang timeout. Full timeout called by Wekiva. We'll be back with more from Mustang Arena in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Coach Austin trying to stop the bleeding here in the third quarter. It's been all Apopka since coming out of the break. They've outscored Wekiva 19-3 since halftime, and those 3 points were all on the same play. Foul called against Darters, number 21, Jude Angerville. That's his first personal foul, the team's fourth. That will send Salomon Georges to the line, shooting 2 for the Mustangs. First is off the heel. Another missed opportunity there for Wekiva. Second one is the opposite problem, a little short. Lucas Valdez gets the rebound, but is immediately called for traveling. Mustangs ball. Trey coming straight off the inbound, does not fall, but a rebound for the Mustangs. A second chance, not going to fall either. Third chance doesn't fall. Loose ball foul is called against Chance Griffin. That's his first personal foul, the team's fourth. Darters ball at their own baseline. Lucas Murillo making his first appearance in the game. Campbell, Angerville, Valdez, and Gote Ortiz making up the remainder of the court. Valdez doesn't get the first shot, but Darters will go to the line. Foul called against Mustangs, number 4, Malachi Wells. His first personal foul, the team's fifth. That sends Lenny Gote Ortiz to the line, shooting 2 for the Darters. So with the Darters outscoring the Mustangs now by a factor of more than 2-1, we see some new names that have not seen as many minutes in the game come in. With 78 seconds remaining in the third, 1 for 2 at the line for Gote Ortiz. Little help from the heel there, and the Mustangs now will finally get an opportunity to take the ball to the front court unhindered by the Darters. They'll back off to the half-court set. Georges runs into a wall to Griffin, thinks about the tray, decides better. Swing action back to Georges. He tries to get around the outside for a floater. That's a little short. And the fight for the rebound won by Murillo. Dribble broken up at half court by Georges, though stolen by Philip Thomas, and he'll slow things down for the half-court set. Nearly lost the ball to a jump or even a travel. Didn't get that, and Horn will have the ball swatted away by Valdez at half court. Stays with Wekiva with 37.1 ticks remaining on the clock. Georges goes to the back court. Looking for a way around Angerville. Picks up a good screen from Griffin. Back to Griffin again for the tray, and it falls! Salomon Georges to Chance Griffin for 3. So the Mustangs just doubled their third quarter offensive production with that tray. Griffin with a nice takeaway under the net. We've got a Mustang down. And a block. Nope, will in fact draw contact. Foul called against Darters, number 30, Lenny Gote Ortiz. That's his first personal foul. And the team's fifth. Philip Thomas will be at the line shooting 2. Will allow for an injury substitution. First free throw falls. as does the second. 2 seconds to go from half court. Not a bad look from Angerville, but it rims out, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. Mustangs having a pretty good last 30 seconds of that period, but the Darters doing a lot of damage in the intervening 5.5 minutes. 20-point ball game going into the last 6. 48-28 is the score at the end of the third quarter. Back in just a moment with the final quarter. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. The Mustangs have the opening possession of the fourth quarter. Wekiva suffering mightily in the opening 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. They were outscored 20-3 until the last 30 seconds when they finally managed to get some action, and now that continues with a 3-point basket for the Mustangs. Answered with a 3 from the Darters. Held ball, possession Darters. First held ball we've had of the freshman contest. Bad catch by Angerville opens up an opportunity. Held ball, possession Mustangs. So credit Andrew Riley with a steal since the possession arrow favors Wekiva. We went the entire game until this point with no held balls, and then we get 2 in the span of about 20 seconds. Both teams back to a similar configuration to their starting lineups. The tray is well short for Riley. Rebound coming in hot from Bowden, trying to get something done in transition. Georges makes sure that doesn't happen. Taylor gets the layup anyway, but it doesn't fall. And Larson Taylor is fouled on the putback attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. For the Darters, the Mustang foul is called against number 10, Chance Griffin. That's his second personal foul and the team's 6th. Full timeout called by the Mustangs. So the Mustangs spend their final timeout. We'll be back from Mustang Arena after the break. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for freshman basketball action. We will have varsity versus Lake Region coming up shortly. We have Larson Taylor at the free throw line, missing his first. Putback doesn't fall for Gote Ortiz. Another rebound by the Darters. Gote Ortiz can't get the third chance to fall either. Taylor couldn't pull it down himself, but he managed to get it off to Shepard and keep the ball with the Darters for another offensive board, and there it is. Shepard to Lenny Gote Ortiz for 2. And Apopka's coach real happy with that action. You can't blame her. Georges gets blocked on the way up. Shepard with a transition opportunity, and it converts. Jadon Shepard in transition for the Darters layup. Pass disrupted by Gote Ortiz, and ultimately it results in a steal. Shepard gets the ball swatted away for him, and we are going to get a whistle for contact. Mustang block is called against number 12, Philip Thomas, his 4th personal foul, and it's the team's 7th. That will send the Mustangs to the line, or excuse me, the Darters. Jadon Shepard shooting 2. First one converts. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 4, Malachi Wells. Two for 2 at the line for Shepard. That gives him 19 points so far. Darters turn up the heat again with the full court pressure. Transition opportunity open if Wekiva can get there. Bailey hesitates at the baseline, but ultimately it's going to be Malachi Wells to Chance Griffin for the Mustang basket. So a little confusion at the baseline on that play on both sides. Mustangs ultimately able to take advantage of it. Bouncing off, Bailey gets the rebound, has an open man, and everything but the layup for Andrew Riley. Points left on the table there by the Mustangs. Shepard lets the tray go, and it's short. Rebound to Angerville off the pass from Gote Ortiz. Can't get that to fall either. Spinning around, Taylor pumps it in the key, but he's called for traveling. No basket. Mustangs ball. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 23, Andre Joseph. Inbound to Wells, still putting on the full court pressure, punched out from under him by Taylor, and Taylor takes it all the way himself. Larson Taylor for 2 on the stolen layup. 12 points in the books for him. 3 players in double figures for the Darters. Shepard with 19, Taylor with 12, Angerville with 11. Off the heel for the Mustangs, Gote Ortiz, who has not seen a lot of minutes in this game, but has made the most of the minutes he's had, pulls down the rebound. Shepard takes the ball to the front court with 2.5 left in the ball game. Shepard to Gote Ortiz, he's got it. Jadon Shepard to Lenny Gote Ortiz on the Darter layup. To the corner, the tray is far too hot for Malachi Wells. Substitution timeout is called by the Darters. Ball into Shepard. After that substitution timeout, we have Shepard, Murillo, Campbell, Valdez, and Gote Ortiz on the court. $1:43 remaining in the ball game. And again, it's been all Darters since halftime. The Mustangs had it within arm's reach most of the first half. In spite of trailing, they didn't let it get more than about 2 possessions out of control as we get Lucas Murillo for 2. Full timeout called by Apopka. So we'll take the break as Coach Jackson confers with her team, and we'll be back for the last minute and 27 seconds of the freshman contest in just a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. 85 seconds left in the ball game. To the key, and it won't fall for Bailey. Rebound to Wells, and no, it's taken away by Murillo, going the Darters' way. Blocked by Malachi Wells. Mustangs will get the team rebound as it goes out of bounds off the Darters. Less than a minute to play in the freshman contest. Again, if you are looking for the varsity game against Lake Region, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is not the Lake Region Thunder. This is the Apopka Blue Darters. We have two different teams playing today. Jai Bowden gets the basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. The Mustang foul is called against number 3. Arnaz Welch shaken up on the play. It's his first personal foul, the team's 8th. Jai Bowden shooting 1. So Arnaz Welch comes into the game for all of about 15 seconds and then gets decked pretty hard on his own foul there. He'll take the ball on the inbounds. Loses his dribble. Dives on it to catch it. Bails himself out to Bailey. Bailey can't handle it either, though, and Murillo comes after it. And we've still got a skirmish going on at half court. Murillo finally pulls it in, gets it off to Bowden. And Jai Bowden with another basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. Foul this time is called against Chance Griffin, his 3rd, and the team's 9th. Apopka demonstrating a lot of scrappiness today. As you see in the background there, actually in the foreground of that shot, the Thunder coming in for the varsity contest. Should be able to get that one started for you on time at 7 o'clock. Just remember that each live stream is its own separate event. As we get a block shot by Bowden. Making our camera operators' hearts beat a little faster as that one went right toward them. Griffin goes for the tray. That's not there. Speaking of our camera operators, want to offer our thanks to Keith Dickerson and his entire team at Wekiva TV Broadcast Production for all their work, bringing you today's game in 3 cameras. We always thank them for their participation, and time runs out, and that takes us to the end of the ball game. 68-33, the final score here in the freshman contest. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us in person here at Mustang Arena or for tuning in online on YouTube or the NFHS network. A reminder to those of you joining us online that each game is its own separate live stream, so if you'd like to join us for the Thunder taking on the varsity Mustangs, we hope that you will. Just make sure that you exit out of this live stream and we will meet you a few minutes before 7 o'clock at the varsity live stream, and we hope that you will subscribe before you go. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Wekiva Sports, and bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. Varsity basketball action coming your way next versus the Lake Region Thunder. Thanks again for tuning in on YouTube or the NFHS Network. Again, my thanks to Keith Dickerson and his entire team at Wekiva TV Broadcast Production. This has been a presentation of Wekiva Athletics in association with Orange Technical College, both a proud part of Orange County Public Schools. We will see you in just about 20 minutes. Until then, good night from Mustang Arena.